Canada has a brand new dual national in Bruno Davidson, the 18-year-old attacking-minded midfielder and winger from Celtics B side in Scotland. And this is very exciting for Canadian men's national team fans, as Bruno Davidson has a lot of current ability, but a lot of current potential as well. But the most exciting thing for Canadian men's national team fans is that he is so interested in switching to Canadian from Scotland and switching allegiances at the national level. And as Canadian fans, that's the most exciting thing right now. It's not the hype of him being in dual national, it's more so the hype of his ability and also the fact that he's very interested in switching to Canadian. Because you look at recent dual nationals and Stefan Mitrovic, Marcelo Flores, yes, they were linked to Canada because yes, they were dual nationals, but were they ever really interested in joining Canada? Yes, Stefan Mitrovic on some level. Marcelo Flores never really had a sniff at joining Canada. Those players, yes, they had good ability, but they were always choosing those other nations. Right now, Bruno Davidson is lining up to choose Canada to represent on the national level, and that is so exciting as a Canadian men's national team fan and enthusiast of this side. Because you look at Bruno Davidson, he is almost on par with the ability of Marcelo Flores. He is shining on the second level of course, Scottish football, playing for Celtics B side. He is still very much linked with Premier League sides to be a nice academy product coming up through their systems. But Bruno Davidson is a brilliant winger and a brilliant attacking-minded midfielder. What he will bring to the Canadian setup and system is so exciting. Because yes, you can look at it as we do have abundance of wingers already, but can you ever go wrong with having a lot of higher-end talent and players playing on the European level and stages? No, you can never go wrong with that. And Bruno Davidson is playing brilliantly for Celtics B side in the Scottish leagues in the 5th tier of Scottish football right now for their reserve side and their academy team, but he is also killing it right now in the U19 Champions League as well, playing very well against some top sides, and he has been absolutely brilliant as an 18-year-old. But you do look at the positions he can play in. He can play anywhere across the front four otherwise besides playing at number 9. He plays very well at attacking-minded midfielder, so of course an attacking midfield, and of course he also can play a left mid, left winger system or right mid and right wing. He's been adopted to play there this season for Celtics side, mostly having 2 appearances down the middle at attacking mid and having 2 appearances at left winger as well and left mid, but he is more so known as a winger as well, which is very exciting for Canada, as yes, we do have a lot of exciting wingers. You gotta look at Teo Corbinu, Liam Miller, Alphonso Davies, and so many more. Bruno Davidson is one as well for the future. At the rate he is at 18 years old, he's very exciting. But if you got to look at his history, his past, he's coming from a very exciting kind of club / academy breeding system where they do bring in players and top end talent in Hutchinson Vale. That is where he's come from in the past, and then he did join Celtic at the age of 15, where he did sign a 3-year contract, and Celtic know it very well from Hutchinson Vale, as their club legend in Lee Griffiths came through Hutchinson Vale. And you got to look at the clubs that were also interested in a bit of Bruno Davidson. You had Southampton, West Ham, Leicester City, and they're still interested in him. So it could be very, very interesting to see if he does move on eventually, if he does pick up a transfer. But Bruno Davidson is a brilliant player for Canada to keep their eyes on. And you got to wonder, how did Canada really get to know about Bruno Davidson? Well, the fact is, Scotland's Celtic side really came out and reached to Canada saying Bruno Davidson is Canadian. And yes, you might wonder, why is this such interesting news to see why a club is reaching out to Canada? It's more so the fact that they want their players to be playing internationally, they want their players to be playing at the top level, and everyone's going to be wanting their players to play for Canada really, because it's great to have that citizenship. It's great to also have your players playing at the international level. Some clubs may like it, some managers may like it, but to have your players playing at the top level for a top national side is huge. It also boosts his stock as well. But another thing I love with Bruno Davidson is his positioning. Being able to play at the number 10 is massive. And you look at our Canadian squad right now, who do we really have that plays at the number 10? Yes, Ismail Akone can play there, but he doesn't really now because he's suited more to a defensive style role or a box-to-box. At number 10, we really have no one there. Jonathan Osorio can play there on a given day. Junior Hoilett can play there. For me, Junior Hoilett's career is kind of slowly winding down the international level or at that kind of position. Really, for me, But you look at a guy like Bruno Davidson who can play at the number 10. It's very exciting to have a young player who can play at number 10. He's kind of just truly screaming out for a player in their squad who can play those beautiful passes in the final third, who can find a Jonathan David or a Kyle Larin, who can feed the ball out wide. But the beautiful thing is with Bruno Davidson is he's versatile. And John Herdman loves a player who can play at the 10, who can play on both wings, who can be suited to play anywhere or any given situation. And Bruno Davidson is a very exciting player. This is a player to keep an eye on, and we're going to be doing a couple of videos on him, talk about his history, what he may be doing right now. And you look at it right now, he's had 4 goals and 3 assists in a bunch of appearances in the 5th tier. Pretty sure he had around 14 appearances this year so far. He's been absolutely brilliant. 3 goals, 5 assists throughout his whole season so far. He's been absolutely phenomenal. Just in league form, he's had 8 appearances for 4 assists and 3 goals. Absolutely phenomenal. He's looking at like a brilliant talent and a player that Canada can keep their eyes on. We'll be doing some more videos around Bruno Davidson and keeping our eyes out for more dual nationals as well. Guys, let me know your guys' thoughts on Bruno Davidson, thoughts on the video. Drop a comment down below on some videos you might want to see. Also coming out with another video around the top 5 MLS Canadians this regular season. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Drop that like, hit that sub button, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.